stay still. There we go. I think that's it. Okay, can y'all see? We good? So I'm gonna start with the triangle similarities problems. I think that was K5. So y'all got paper. The rules still apply. Just go ahead and take notes. Send me a picture of your notes when we're done so that you guys can get extra credit. The only way you get the credit is if you send the picture of the notes. So I'll start with the triangle that somebody sent me. I think it was something like this. Okay, y'all know I can't draw, so bear with me. All right. So someone sent me a problem like this. Can y'all see? Are we good? All right, with these types of problems, I'm going to assume everybody's good. I don't see any comments. With these types of problems, your goal is, thanks Akila, your goal is to just identify what is the, what's the property that we're going to use. So remember on the Ed Puzzle videos, what I told you guys to do is to write down what things are congruent. So just a heads up, you need to be writing down what's congruent. All right. The way you look for congruence, you need to look for tick marks. So like if it's a line with a little tick on it. All right. You also need to look for angle marks. Those are the little curves. And then you need to look for things that have common sides. Okay. So those are the things that we're looking for when things are congruent. So on this picture, let me put some letters. Let me bring this down some. It's the same picture, I just redrew it. All right, so when you have this like this, anybody can tell me a pair of congruent sides that you see based off of the tick marks. Just type it in the comments. I can see your comments below. A pair of congruent sides. Anybody see a pair of sides that are congruent? We're looking for sides and angles to be congruent. Okay, Akila, you said AC. So AC would be like all of this. You got to break it down. So which two parts? Like I see a tick mark right here. This tick mark is AB. AB is congruent to what? Can anybody tell me what AB is congruent to? AB and BC. Good job, Aisha. So AB is congruent to BC, right? Good, Akila. A, B, and BC, right. So, and we know that because they have these little tick marks on them, okay? So, A, B, and BC are congruent. That means that I have one pair of sides. Okay? Anybody can tell me anything else that is congruent. We're looking for three things. So, any other sides or any pair of angles that are congruent. Type it in the comments. AD and DC. Somebody said AD and DC. Well, we could think that those two are congruent, but do they have tick marks on them? AD and DC don't have tick marks, so you cannot say that they're congruent. They have to have those little marks on them. If they were like this, then we could say that, but they're not. So you can't say that those are congruent. All right, I've seen some other things in the comment. Aisha said the angles. Aisha, which angles? And then I believe this is Rachel who said BD. Why is BD, what is BD congruent to? That's right. BD is congruent to something. There was an example like this on the Ed puzzle video towards the end. BD goes with both triangles. So BD is a part of that triangle. And BD is also a part of the triangle on the right. So that means that BD is going to be equal to itself. Because if I were to split these two triangles up, like if I had A, B, D, and B, D, C, this side goes with both triangles. So BD is congruent to itself. Anytime the triangles connect, just remember, if they ever connect like this and they're together, whatever side is in the middle is going to be congruent to itself. So BD is congruent to BD. So that's another side. Okay? Now, we got two sides, so that takes care of these tick marks. That takes care of the middle. Now we need one more thing. I see that Aisha said the angles. Correct. The little arcs in the middle. Y'all see those little orange arcs in the middle? Those are the congruence arcs for angles. So those let me know that the angles are congruent. So this angle ABD, this little angle right here, is congruent to the other one, CBD. So angle ABD is congruent to angle CBD. Are we able to, before I move on to identify what's the relationship, are we able to see what's congruent and what's not? If you don't understand, it's cool. Just let me know in the comments so that I can kind of try to go over it again. I cannot get my phone to sit up properly today. So I'm going to assume that everybody is kind of good. Akila gave me a thumbs up. Okay, so since I have a side, and an angle, right? I got a side, and an angle. I need to know there are two relationships. Let's write down the 5 relationships. Y'all sound them off in the comment. What are the 5 angle relationships that we could use? What's the different ones? If I could get my daggone phone, it's just gonna have to lean a little bit. Akila said side, side. Yes, that's one. Side is one. Maya got fan, said side, angle, side. That's another one. Angle, side. That's another one. Oh, we got side, angle, side already, Rachel. I'm looking for 2 more. Looking for 2 more. Put them in the comments, y'all. Hypotenuse leg. Yep. I don't know who that is. Pandora. But yes, that's right. We need one more. We got hypotenuse leg dot. We need one more. Angle, side, angle. Yes, that's the last one. All right, so I'm looking for one that has 2 sides and 1 angle. Which relationship has two sides and one angle? Side, angle, side has three sides, so that's not it. I'm sorry, side has three sides, that's not it. Side, angle, side could possibly work. Angle, angle, side is not going to work because that has two congruent angles. Hypotenuse leg is not going to work because in order to use hypotenuse leg, it needs to be a right triangle, so that's not it. And then angle side angle is not going to work either because it has two. So the only one that works is side angle side. Because you have two pairs of sides. So we got these two and the one in the middle. And then you also have one pair of congruent angles. And those were the little orange ones in the middle. Right there. So the answer was side angle side. Now, that angle in the middle, it has a special name. Anybody can tell me what type of angle that is? Not acute or obtuse. It has a special name. I gave you two new names in the notes. Who remembers? Included angle. Good, Aisha. It's included because it's in between the two sides. So the answer was side angle side because it's an included angle. All right. Do y'all want to see another one like this? Good job, Jemiah. And do y'all want to see another one? And give me a thumbs up when I can erase. I'm going to hold the phone and try to fix this thing too. Because it's getting on my nerves. Got one thumbs up. Akila gave me a thumbs up. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to try one more time to put my phone on the mount. Okay. Now I just need to hold it down. All right, I'm going to go to IXL and find another problem. Oh, this is a tricky one. Okay, let's try this one. All right, let's start off first by naming in the comments. Tell me what's congruent. We need to look for 3 things that are congruent. So tell me 3 things that are congruent. I need 3 congruent things. X, Y, and YZ. Yes, those are congruent. You are correct, Akila, because they have the tick marks. So since they both have 1 on them, that means they're congruent to each other. So I got X, Y is congruent to Y, Z. That's a pair of sides. Okay. Okay, somebody said X and Z. X and Z, yes, the angles. Angle X and Z. Angle X. And I'll just put congruent to angle Z. And then somebody else told me WY and YW. I like the way you switched that up, Akila. I think they probably did that on IXL, but yes, those are congruent to each other. So another pair of sides, which was WY, it's congruent to YW, or you could just write WY again. It doesn't matter. So now we have, now remember, I told you guys, you have to read it in order, okay? So what type of angle is this? Is this angle included or not included? Is this angle between two congruent sides or not between two congruent sides? It's not included, Akila. If it were included, that means that it would be a congruent sign over here. So the sides that we're dealing with are, let me highlight them in green. We got this side and this side. Is that angle between those two sides? No. So it's a non-included angle because it's outside. So what you have is angle, side, side. You got to go in order. Angle, side, side. Side. Is ASS a theorem? No, that's a bad word. And so this one cannot be proven. So there are some on IXL that when you finish them out, when you get down to it, you'll end up seeing that the triangles can't be proven congruent, like this one. Now, some people may have gotten confused and they said, oh, it's got two sides and an angle, so it's got to be side, angle, side. That's not true. The angle for side, angle, side is an included angle. And since this angle is not included, it does not work. All right? And included means that it's between two pairs of congruent sides. So if it had been down here, that would have been an included angle. And then we could have said side, angle, side. But it's not down there. Does that make sense? Are we good? Give me some thumbs up. Okay. Let's do another one like this, and then we'll get to the right triangle ones. Now, they try to draw these triangles real raggedy sometimes, sideways and all kind of stuff, but pay attention to the tick marks. If you pay attention to the tick marks, then you'll be good. And if you have some questions, please ask in the comments or take a screenshot, send me a DM later with your question if you don't want to ask it on here, because I want to help everybody. If you're just now joining, I did say that I'm going to talk about grades with these new rules that they've come up with. So you guys don't want to miss that conversation. So stay on the live. Okay. So we got two triangles. In the comments, help me out. What do we have congruent? We're looking for three pairs of things. Akila, you said BC and GH. We don't know that those are congruent. They don't have any tick marks on it. J, G, and FB. Yes, we know that those are congruent. So I got a pair of sides. JG is congruent to FB, okay. F and J are congruent, yes. I got a pair of angles. Angle F is congruent to angle J. And then give me something else. I don't know if y'all put it already, but I'm looking for... Yes, Akila, they have to have a tick mark on it, sweetheart. The only time they don't have to have the tick mark is when they are connected to both triangles. So that's a good side note to put. What's my last pair of something? Looking for one more pair of something. Welcome, Keon. Good to see you. I'm looking for one more pair. I don't know if y'all said it already. If you said it, I can't see it. Hold on, let me see. Oh, yeah, somebody said it. Whoever Pandora is. G and B. Angles G is congruent to angle B. Good. All right. So... Oh, it's new. Hey, new. Okay, so since I have this all written out now. Now, the angles are on the outside, but what type of side is J, G, and BF? It has a special name. What type of side is it? It has a special name because it's in between two angles. That's the hint. It's between. It is an included side. Good, Aisha. It's an included side. So again, let's list out our 5 properties. Side, side, side. Side, angle, side. Angle, angle, side. Hypotenuse, leg. Or angle, side, angle. So let's go down the list. 3 sides. No, we don't have 3 pairs of sides. We got sides and 2 angles. Side, angle, side. We can't use that because those have 2 sides in it. And we don't have 2 sides. We only have 1 pair of sides. Angle, angle, side. Okay. This could work, but can somebody tell me why this wouldn't work? I see somebody put the angle, new put the answer down. Why wouldn't this one work? Hypotenuse leg wouldn't work because it's a right triangle. Why doesn't this work? Angle, angle, side. Something about that side. Anybody know? What type of side is this? This is included. This one is yes, because the side is not included and the side is in between. So that does not work. Angle, side, angle is the one that we are going to pick. Angle, side, angle is the answer. Boom. Questions, comments, give me some thumbs up when y'all are good or drop your questions. I'm going to try to do one. Y'all, if you're comfortable and ready to go on the right triangles, let me know. And remember to read them in order. This has an angle, side, angle. Angle, side, angle. So you know that the answer is going to be angle, side, angle. I'm going to let y'all see one and let me know what you think the answer is. What y'all think the answer is to this one? Type the answer in the comments. That's how I know if we good. What do y'all think the answer is for this one? Drop your answer in the comments. We got 2 angle sides. Y'all don't be copying. Put your own answer. Angle side. Angle side. The answer is angle side. That is correct. Trying to press it. Anybody have a question about that one? What do you think the answer is for this one? This is another tricky one again. What type of angles are those right there? Somebody in the comments tell me what type of angles these are right here. What type of angles are these? Aisha, you got all the answers, girl. These are vertical angles. Somebody said side angle side. Yes, these are vertical angles. So it would be angle side side. ASS. Is that one? No. So the answer was not side angle side. This one cannot be proven. This is another one that cannot be proven. Why do they keep giving us all these? We just did one like this one. Angle side. Are there any more questions about these? Let me know. Yes, ASS is a bad word, Samaya. Good job. Now this one. Let me draw this one out. I'm going to erase these notes right here. UVTXW. All right, this is the last one I'm going to go through like this one. They had tick marks here, a double here, here, and a double here. So what you should be able to see in the comments, tell me what's congruent. Just from looking at the diagram. What do you have congruent here? We got Mr. Jess Class joining in. I see you sneaking in. Tell me what's congruent here in the comments. This is a V. I'm sorry, that looked like a Y. So we got angle V is congruent to angle W, and angle U is congruent to angle X. All right? So those are two pairs of angles. What else is congruent? What else is congruent? Y'all getting this congruent stuff. There's one more thing that's congruent. Something that we just saw with the last diagram. Got some special something going on. It's no tick marks, but it's something special. Y'all don't know? You can't say UT and TX. There are no tick marks. They have to have tick marks on them. Or it has to be a common side in order for us to know that it's congruent. VT and TW, they don't have tick marks. None of those have tick marks. But what y'all are missing are the vertical angles, y'all. This angle is going to be congruent to this one because they are vertical. So angle UTV is congruent to angle XTW. Does that make sense? Yes, no, maybe so. These two are vertical angles. Anytime, so you're either going to have angles connected or sides connected. With this one, you have angles connected. They're vertical angles. Since these are vertical angles, then they are congruent. Okay? He said, I see. Anybody else understand that? Now, what's my relationship? I have 3 sets of angles. Do I have anyone that uses 3 sets of angles? Angle, angle, angle. Nope. Nothing uses angle, angle, angle. So this one can't be proven. You can't prove it. All right, get that down. I'm going to switch to right triangles. I think we are ready to switch over. If y'all have more questions, put them in the comments or shoot me a DM. Make sure, if you're just now joining, make sure that you are taking notes. Take a picture of your notes when you are done. Text them to me on Remind or send them to me as a direct message so that I can give you your extra credit points for joining. All right. Let's move on to, I'm going to go ahead and do K11. Somebody be keeping track of time for me too, because I don't want it to cut off on us. All right, so with these types of problems, they are asking what values, is this Mustafa? Hello, Mustafa. What values would W need to be and V need to be to make these triangles congruent? Okay, that's what they're asking. So, in order to make these congruent, by hypotenuse leg, the legs have to be equal. So leg has to equal leg. And the hypotenuse has to be equal to the hypotenuse. All right? So that means that this W is a hypotenuse because it's across from the right angle, right? So this hypotenuse must be equal to this one. And this is a leg. So the leg must be equal to the leg. So all you're going to do, good, I see y'all putting the answers in there already. All you're going to do is just set them equal to each other. So W has to be equal to 40. You just matching them up. And V has to be equal to the other leg, which is 17. That's it. Now, what they tried to do, they tried to get a little jazzy and put some equations in here, which is cool because we can do that. Give me a thumbs up if I can erase. I'm also going to post this up later, y'all, so you can take a picture. Watch it later. Okay, I got a thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. All right, I'm going to go ahead and erase it. Okay, let's try another one. They might try to draw the triangles opposite ways, and that's cool. We are not going to be stressed about that. Just remember where the hypotenuse is. And just remember where the leg is. This is A plus 30. This is 15. All right. So, tell me what has to be equal in the comments. Remember, hypotenuse equals hypotenuse and leg equals leg. So what's the hypotenuse for this triangle? Remember, the hypotenuse is across from the right angle. So it'll be across here and across here. What's my hypotenuse for this one? In the comments. 40. Good. And what is my hypotenuse for this other triangle? Across from the right angle is going to be A plus 30. So 40 for the first one, A plus 30 for the second one. Now, when they say, that's an A. Sorry, Akila, not a 10. A. Now, when they say the leg has to be equal to the leg, even though the triangles are written kind of different ways, the leg is the one that's not the hypotenuse. So this is a leg right here, but there's no value for it. But we have this bottom leg, which is going to be B plus 13. We're going to set that equal to, we have a leg up here, which is 15. Okay? You just matching up the size, y'all. I had 2 questions about this, so I want to make sure that we understand it. Now, all I need to do is solve to figure out what A needs to be and what B needs to be. So over here, I'm going to subtract 30 from both sides, and 10 will be equal to A. Over here, I'm going to subtract 13 from both sides, and B will be equal to 2. And that's it. So, write that down. If you are just joining, I see a couple of people just joined. Make sure that you guys take notes, take a picture, and either send them to me as a DM or text them to me on Remind so that you guys can get extra credit. Light work. Send me I'm going to give y'all one more problem to do by yourself. All right. Can I erase? Take a picture. Do what you need to do. I'm erasing. All right. This one I want y'all to try by yourself and then put your answer in the comments and then I'll work it out. Go ahead and start writing it down. That's B plus 42. And this one's going to be C plus 10. The bottom is 2C. And this is 8B. Remember, hypotenuse equals hypotenuse. And leg equals leg. Okay? So, in the comments, I want to know what does B equal and what does C equal. Go ahead and try to work it out. I'm getting some answers in already. Type your answers in the comments. They don't have to be what the person above you put. If you got something different, say you. Akila said this is where I got confused. Okay, Akila, we're going to work it out. Set the hypotenuse equal to the hypotenuse and the leg equal to the leg. You identify the hypotenuse by going across from the right angle. I'm going to start working it out in the interest of time. So for my hypotenuse, I'm going to start with my first right angle and I'm going to go across from the right angle. That hypotenuse is B plus 42. Okay? I'm going to go to my second triangle, go to the right angle, go across from the right angle, and that is 8B. So B plus 42 equals 8B. So I subtract B on both sides because I want to get B by itself. Now I have 42 equals 8B. I'm sorry, not 8B. 7B. Because 8 minus 1 is 7. And then I divide by 7 on both sides. And I agree with y'all. B equals 6. Akila, you got that one? Are you good? Give me a thumbs up if you got it before I move on. Okay. Now, the next thing would be the leg. So leg equals leg. So again, I'm going to go up to my diagram. My first one, my leg is here. So it's C plus 10. You know it's the leg because it's not the hypotenuse. It's either going to be one or the other, hypotenuse or the leg. So here's the leg here. The last leg is at the bottom of the other one, 2C. And now I'm just going to solve. Subtract C on both sides. 10 equals C. And that's it. So get that down, and now I'm going to give you guys some class updates and let you guys finish working. Give me a thumbs up when y'all have that written down. Take the camera down. Don't erase. Okay. Let me know when you're ready.